Welcome, everybody out there in the internet, to episode 103 of Sis and Big Pops Culture.
Woo!
I am Big Pops Todd Turner, also known as Mosaic Fan Art.
Hi, sweet friends. I am Hannah Jo, aka Sis, and together we are an adult daughter and father duo. We dive in to all things geek, nerd, and fandom. Every episode is family friendly.
Friendly. My Zoom just asked me, "Are you playing music?" ?
Nope. We're just that good at singing.
We're just that good.
We're just that good at singing, Zoom.
Yeah. Set up professional audio in the audio settings. I don't even know what that means. Yeah. Sorry. You remember that time when we posted the thing where we all sang "All I Want for Christmas Is You"?
Yeah.
And Facebook was like, You can't post that. And I was like, it was all of us. It wasn't
literally
like
us singing.
That was funny. Hannah.
Panda.
Panda. What's panda mean?
That's when we did the freeze challenge.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah. That's the song. The song is Panda.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not going to sing the next bit because it gets worse from there.
I don't know it, period. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
Hannah, what do we do here?
Today, and as per the usual, we are going to start with chitter-chatting about some nerd news. We're going to talk about what we've been binging. Pops is going to share his pull list, and typically we review a movie of some kind. Review a movie or a comic of some kind, but in honor of December, we are selecting what we would consider the top 5 must-watch Christmas films.
Yeah, so, and if you play along at home,
tell us, type it in.
Tell us what your 5 favorite Christmas films would be.
No, you didn't say favorite. You said top 5 must-watch.
Oh, okay. Well, how's that different?
The same. They're not the same.
How is that different?
It's not the same.
There are
some Christmas movies that I just have to watch.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, I don't have to watch anything.
No.
Oh, must watch.
Must watch and favorite are not the same.
All right. Okay.
Am I wrong?
I guess. Yeah, no, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Because I made a top 5 must watch that I have to watch every season.
It's horrible. There were so many. Anyway. Yes, that's what we do. And play along at home. We record this live on Facebook. So anywho, let's jump right into what I have very little of.
Same.
Which is nerd news, boring, holiday edition. I guess nothing really nothing happening, or do I just don't care? I mean, there's a lot going on.
I see. That was my problem. It's like, do I care? Question mark.
So, I do care about the Skeleton Crew that's coming out.
Okay. I saw
Disney.
some stuff about that. That's a Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Okay.
It's like Goonies meets Rogue One, maybe. And matter of fact, John Watts is the producer or whatever, and he actually got some help from, I believe, somebody. I don't know.
Samwise Gamgee.
No, someone involved with Goonies in directing the show. So, yeah.
Skeleton Crew. Okay. You know how we've been like hating on the Snow White movie?
Okay, I saw an extended version of the
trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
I did.
Okay, I need you to know, I had no idea Gal Gadot was in this movie.
Listen, this is how good your mom's getting. Your mom, we saw this in the theater. We watched another movie over the holiday. We'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about it really a lot next week. But she leaned over to me and goes, Wonder Woman's the wicked witch of the wicked queen or whatever, the evil queen. I was like, yeah, that is Gal Gadot. The dwarfs still creep me out.
Creepy. They look so creepy. The thing that I'm just cackling about is this this movie trying to convince us that Rachel is prettier than Gal Gadot. is fairer.
Who's the fairest? So that's different. That doesn't mean prettiest.
Yeah. And so I'm like,
is it my favorite or is it my must watch? They're not saying.
So they're not the same. But yeah, I thought that's kind of the tweak that they're making of the movie is like, who's the fairest? Like, who's the just? Who's the goodest type of vibe?
Yeah. Okay. I can see that because, Gal Gadot is.
Because Gal Gadot is just honestly one of the prettiest human beings in the entire world.
I know. After your mom.
And that's just a fact.
After your mom.
Yeah. After mom. Because so it goes Kathy.
Listening. She's not even listening.
Hannah,
to this.
Gal Gadot.
Kathy, Hannah, Gal Gadot. Miriam's in there somewhere.
Miriam's in there in the top 2 as well.
3.
We're all tied for first, and then Gal Gadot.
And then there's 4. Yeah. Good try.
But I was like,
I hadn't even thought of that, honestly.
I was literally like, it's Gal Gadot.
I know.
I just think she's cool.
The daggone. And in the new trailer, they don't show a lot of them. They show less in this trailer than they did in the teaser.
They are going to be a prominent part, though. Here's the thing. If you want to watch a live action Snow White movie, just go watch Mirror Mirror. It's hysterical.
Which one was that?
It's so cute. Do you remember the year that there were 2 Snow White movies that came out?
Oh, yeah. The Snow White and the Huntsman and Mirror Mirror.
Snow White and the Huntsman and
Mirror Mirror.
Mirror Mirror is cute.
I didn't watch Snow White and the Huntsman.
I watched Snow White and the Huntsman. Just go watch Mirror Mirror. It's cute. You'll like it. Julia Roberts is in it, and she's funny.
Do you think the Snow White has a thing with Grumpy, and they have Lord Farquaad?
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Isn't that where Farquaad comes from? Isn't that right?
I hate it. But you're not. That's literally
That's the thing.
That's the lore.
Yeah, that's the lore.
I'm dead that you said that. I'm dead that you said that.
Okay, so I love the World Has Fallen movies.
Yeah.
London has fallen.
Who doesn't?
Olympus has fallen. Your Mama has fallen. I don't know. But Hulu has a Has Fallen show coming out.
Fun.
It's called Paris Has Fallen. And it starts dropping December 6th. So
fun.
Yeah, soon.
That's literally Friday.
I know.
That's exciting.
So it's a TV series where there's like a terrorist or something happens, and it's like that. It's
we enjoy an As Fallen show.
We do.
That's just a fact. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Disney live actions.
All right, go ahead.
I have 2 pieces of information coming at you fast.
Is this about the Mufasa one?
No.
Okay.
They're making a Moana live action. Didn't even know that was happening.
And The Rock is wearing a bodysuit.
Didn't even know that was happening. The Rock is wearing a bodysuit. Have you seen him in the bodysuit?
No.
I'm just going to show Dad in the bodysuit. He looks massive.
That's funny. Yeah.
He looks massive. And one of the comments was...
Jermaine Clement going to reprise his role as the crab?
That would be sick.
Shiny.
That was an ode to David Bowie, that song.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've heard, and this is just something that I've heard. I haven't actually watched this movie. I probably won't. I will when it comes out on Disney Plus. But I've heard that Moana 2, the plot is good, the music is bad.
Well, I don't know anybody that's went and seen it.
That's what I've heard about Moana 2, that the plot is good, but the music is not so good.
I don't know. So I can't say yes or no for that. But I don't necessarily need there's so many of these live action movies that I don't need. Come on, bring on Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, that was my next thing. The Lilo and Stitch teaser. Did you see the teaser?
No.
They released a Lilo and Stitch teaser, and it's the ocean. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to describe it. It's you pan up on the ocean. You're zooming in quickly to an island. You come to the island. You flip around, and there's a castle, a sand castle, the Disney castle that we see, but it's made of sand.
Okay, cool.
And the sea is behind you, and then you hear Stitch go, "Rah!" And he starts stomping on all of the sand castles.
Oh, like he's a Godzilla or something.
Like he's Godzilla because they have that scene where she makes a city and he attacks it.
Yes.
And that's the teaser trailer. It's just
So you can
Stitch.
see Stitch or just part of it?
Stitch. It's fully Stitch.
Oh, okay.
And he's just attacking all of these sandcastles that have been put up on the beach.
That's fun.
I just thought that was so clever.
That's going to be a good show as long as they get Pleakley and the other character correct. And I hope they bring back the same actors, the voice actors for those. I wonder if they will or not, but I hope they do. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Stitch, Lilo and Stitch, has a very big following. Like,
it's huge.
There are people, and the only animated thing they care about is Stitch.
It's like the fans of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. Yes.
That's how they are.
That was wonderful. Mm-hmm. That was a wonderful explanation.
Those fans are the same. Yeah.
They typically are the same.
I don't understand.
They overlap.
Do they overlap? Those fans are the same fans.
Those fans do tend to overlap.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I really liked Stitch. I hope that they keep some of the same music. There's no place I'd rather be than on a surfboard out at sea.
Did she like Elvis too?
Yeah. So I think it should be Elvis heavy still. And I want some of the Hawaiian roller coaster ride has to be.
It has to be in it.
If it's not in it.
That's funny. Was that from that movie? I didn't even know that was from that movie.
Hawaiian roller coaster ride is from Lilo and
good song. That's cool. We'll have to go back and watch it.
I'd watch it again. That movie's really good.
I know. We'll have to do that.
She thinks he's a dog. Ohana means family, and family means no one is left behind. Crying.
That's very, very much like Raising Arizona. Never leave a man behind.
But that's
Where's
it.
Gail Jr.? Is that all your news?
No, I have a couple pieces, but that's my Disney live action news. You had another piece of Disney live action news?
No. I just had something where Stephen Moffat, who's the guy who's doing Doctor Who right now, and did Sherlock. Mm-hmm. So apparently, one of the producers of the show said that the show's not done.
Sherlock?
And that that probably someday they will come back together and do more Sherlock with Benedict and Martin Freeman.
They're not young men anymore.
Well, and Stephen Moffat said it would be cool to do them as an older group, older men, but there's nothing in the plans. He just said that
he would do it again. That he would just do it again.
Oh, he says it would be silly not to do it.
I mean, it was an excellent show. Here's the thing, though. Stephen Moffat in 2010 to 2014 was killing it.
I haven't watched any of the new Doctor Who.
But the new stuff I don't love.
I haven't watched it, so I can't tell you that I don't like it.
I didn't love the end of Capaldi.
I would like to know. Yeah, I wonder. No. But I didn't watch any of it. So Capaldi was just mad all the time. It seemed like
you couldn't understand him, and you wouldn't put on subtitles.
Well, I do now. So back off.
I'm just saying that could have helped you like him more.
Okay. Hey, did you see that they put out the first 8 minutes of Kraven? You can watch the first 8 minutes of Kraven.
Yes, I saw that, but I didn't watch it.
And I haven't either. And they're saying that it's projected to have a worse release than Mobius.
I'm dead.
Morbius, not Mobius. I'm dead. Morbius. I know. Yep. And you can also watch the first 8 minutes of the Riders of the Rohirrim.
Yeah, I did think I saw that.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but I want to. Okay, what else you got? Because I don't have any more news.
I have 2 more pieces of news.
Okay, go ahead.
Vin Diesel is...
I did see this. Go ahead.
Okay, the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because I'd forgotten. I'd
forgotten what?
That there even was doing a part 2 of Fast and the Furious. I forgot.
Wait, the last movie? I didn't even watch the last movie.
The last movie ended on a cliffhanger.
Like literally they were hanging on a cliff?
Literally, he's holding his son and a missile
Wait, Vin Diesel has a son?
Yeah, Vin Diesel has a son.
And a missile's coming at him?
And a missile
Maybe they
or
should just get in the car and jump into space.
He's holding his child and this thing is coming at him and then it...
Oh my gosh.
Goes to black. It literally ended on a cliffhanger. And they were like, yeah, it's been 3 years. And I was like, it has been 3 years. Because this was the first movie Trevin and I watched in the drive-in when we first started dating.
Oh, cool.
I'm
That's a
like,
good drive-in movie, I bet.
oh, it was an excellent drive-in movie. You know, I care a lot
That's
about
what we
what
should do
is and
one
what
time.
is
We should
not.
do the best drive-in movies.
Ooh.
I saw the original Jurassic Park in the drive-in.
I saw the original Wizard of Oz in the drive-in.
Worst drive-in movie I ever saw?
Me? Either
Yeah.
The Lion King, the
That
live
was it.
action Lion
I was going to
King.
say I was going to say the live
That
action
movie's
Lion King.
awful.
The terrible
That
movie at the
movie was awful
drive-in.
at the drive-in, and I was so excited to watch
And
that movie at the
probably
drive-in.
because of Winn-Dixie.
Do we watch that at the drive-in?
I don't think you did. I think your mom and I might have. I don't think maybe I don't know if you went or
I
not.
think
What
that
was
I
the
might
other
have
movie you were
been
going to
there.
say?
Green Lantern.
Okay.
But that might have just been because it was Green Lantern.
Yeah, maybe. Stop it. We'll save this for another podcast.
Sorry,
Best and worst movies at a drive-in. Okay.
Sorry.
What else you got?
Last thing. Godzilla Minus One, the director. Takashi Yamazaki.
Good try.
I'm said that wrong. I'm so sorry. Is going to
He's
write.
listening. He's listening. He
Him
is
and the
listening
six
to this
HBO
podcast.
execs are listening
Yeah.
to this podcast. Is going to write and direct a movie called Grand Gear, which at this point in time does not have a plot, but it is going to be his first.
What do you mean doesn't have a plot? I'm going to rock this movie. I'm just make up a title.
I don't know.
French fry egg McMuffin.
It's okay. You didn't let me finish.
Go ahead. You said it didn't have a plot.
I don't think it has a plot yet.
Okay, go.
J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot are producing it.
And we don't even know what it is?
And it's his first English film.
Right. It's going to be about a father-daughter duo that become semi-popular with their family-friendly podcast while battling kaijus.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I loved about Godzilla Minus One is you texting me and being like, I'm going to stop watching this film if this guy and this girl don't come together and be parents to this kid.
Isn't that the truth?
And then me
That
texting you
sounds like
back
me.
and said, it's going to happen. Watch the movie.
Yeah, just stop it. Just watch it. Oh, well.
I'm going to stop watching this if this guy and this girl don't come together and be parents to this child. I'm
Yeah.
like, I hear that. If I was watching it on the TV, I would have turned it off.
Ditto.
Okay,
Ditto.
so Kraken, 8 minutes. Okay, that's it. That's it for
Is
my
it
news.
Kraken? It's Kraven.
Kraven.
Release the Kraken. This is a different movie altogether.
Kraken.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. First 8 minutes of the Kraken. Oh, well.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Hannah, what are you binging?
Okay.
I'm not really binging.
I
Well,
am.
maybe I am. I am
I am.
binging.
I have started a new crafty craft.
Oh, yeah.
Should I tell everyone?
Yeah, and you can show it in the thing.
I am making a new little crafty craft. I am making little ornaments for Christmas. They're so cute. Here's
Hannah
a
bought
jade.
a 17-gallon bag of polyfill for $1.50 and now has nothing to do with it. So she's stuffing making ornaments, but they are really cute.
They're really cute.
If you're not, you
making
should look
little
at it. Yeah.
stuffed initial ornaments. They're very cute. And for those of you who are new to the podcast or new to knowing me, when I was in college, I worked in residence life, and I used to not be allowed to leave college until the very, very, very end of finals week when everyone was kicked out of the dorms.
Kicked out.
Kicked out. No, literally, you would get kicked out. You were not allowed to stay on campus.
Get out.
There were certain places you had to go live at if you didn't have anywhere to go.
Gotcha.
Like you were get out of the
Okay,
dorm.
gotcha. Get out. Kicked out.
Kicked out. I, as tradition, started watching during finals week while I'm stuck at school every Harry Potter film in the December months and every Fast and the Furious film in the May months.
Okay. So are you watching the Harry Potter movies
I'm
now?
watching Harry Potter movies as I
Yeah, why
craft.
do these always come on like at Christmas time? Are these Christmas?
I would not consider them to be Christmas movies. I think I think your entire plot has to be structured around the Christmas holiday for it to be considered a Christmas movie.
Okay.
These movies just always have Christmas in them because it's the
then
school year.
We might have an issue when we come to our 5 movies. But we'll get to it. We'll get
No,
to
I
it.
don't think we do.
All right. All right. So anyway, keep going. So you are binging the Harry Potter movies.
I'm binging the Harry Potter movies. I'm on movie 2 of
Are you going to
8.
watch like the Fantastic Beasts and all that other kind of stuff
Probably
too?
not. I
Hey,
haven't
and when
watched
does the TV
third
show
one
come
still.
out?
Who knows?
Okay. All right.
Not me. 2025, 2026. Who knows?
Okay. Anyway.
We could Google that and tell the people that are listening, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
they can Google it just as easy
They
as
can
we
Google
can.
just as easy as I can.
Yeah.
We watched some Christmas movies. We watched Polar Express.
Yep. I did too. We have this on at work now in the background. Yesterday was Home Alone.
Yep.
And
I watched Home Alone as well.
Miracle on 34th Street,
Ooh, which one?
the 1994 one,
Perfect.
and Arthur's Christmas. Today, we didn't turn the TV on until late. It was The Preacher's Wife, which I didn't know was considered a Christmas movie. I don't know if it...
I think it is.
Maybe it is. I don't know. And then Scrooge, the one with Jim Carrey. And then as we were leaving, The Grinch with Jim Carrey was coming on.
Classic. Of those, I have watched The Polar Express and Home Alone.
Okay.
I've watched this one. We also watched The Santa Claus.
Gosh, great movie.
Can I tell you what I now think about the Santa Claus?
Go ahead.
If you pay attention.
Oh, before I forget, I got you a copy of Murder Falcon hardback.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got you and Miriam one, but I saw Miriam, so she got hers, but so I have yours.
Kevin is going to want to read it.
Good deal. Anyway, go ahead.
It's going to be so... Oh, it's so good.
I know.
Falcon is so good.
I know. What do you think about
weep.
Santa Claus?
I just weeped. Okay.
Well, listen, go ahead. Nothing.
Bernard.
Yes.
So Tim Allen's Santa. And then Come Such a Clatter Ladder Company and blah, blah, blah.
That's
blah.
funny.
It's just, the puns in this are hysterical.
It's great.
When he gets to the North Pole, Scott Calvin's at the North Pole. Bernard the elf is like, the Santa Claus, the claws.
Yeah.
And it's like talking to him about his blah, 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 blah. If something happens to the old Santa by accident or design, is what the clause says. If it's an accident or if it's design, the new Santa, you become the new Santa.
Mm-hmm.
I think the elves had a coup and they did not like their old Santa. And so they, by design,
Oh, you're just
Scott
making
Calvin,
stuff.
I'm not making things up.
Oh,
because
gosh.
if you go back and watch the movie, the elves are everywhere. They follow him around from the very beginning of
It's not true. The Santa, when he croaked, had a smile on his face. I don't believe you're thinking. Oh my gosh!
They by designed that Santa.
Yeah, whatever.
I think they by designed.
And we didn't land on the moon. Go ahead.
I think we landed on the moon.
I don't know. You're just saying that Santa Claus movie, the elves killed Santa. I don't.
I
we're
think
not
that they
way.
by designed
Children listening to this in the
Sheila
car
knows.
with their mom or dad.
Sheila knows. Never trust the elves.
Well, thank you, Gimli. Now that we've gotten that out of the way.
I'm just saying, not that type of elves.
And do you know how many of those elves have been villains in Marvel movies? Galadriel.
Yeah.
The
Like
one
Lost
in The
Husband.
Hobbit. Was that Glorfindel? Is that his name?
I don't know.
He was Ronan the Accuser.
Oh, the Pace.
Elrond becomes the Red Skull.
Mr. Anderson.
So anyway, yeah. All right. So
I'm
what
just
else
saying.
You got anything else?
By design. So Polar Express, Home Alone, Santa Claus, first two, Harry Potter.
Okay. You reading anything?
Am I reading anything?
Nope.
Yeah, always. Nothing worth noting.
All right.
I have a couple graphic audiobooks that I'm waiting to release so that I can listen to them.
Our friend Sheila, I believe, her book just dropped on audio, I think.
Yay!
If she's still on there, she'll let us know. But I saw her post something about that. I can't remember the name of it, but if she's still listening, she'll put it in the chat and we'll tell you.
Yeah.
I finished the Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and 3 hours of the last part of it is all him reading the appendices. It's awesome. Yes, it's fantastic. It's called Winter Wonderland, the
And
5th.
it's released on the 5th.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So yes, I finished that. It's been nice having a little bit of time off over Thanksgiving, and I have probably read 17 million chapters of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Are you loving it?
I do like it. It's crazy, wild, but I am reading it, binging that quite a bit. Thank you, unknown person on Reddit who illegally scanned it onto some type of thing that I can read it. I also am binging Jonathan Hickman, who's a comic book creator, his run on Fantastic Four. I've been going back because I had like 6 downloads to use before the 30th.
Ding, 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 ding.
And I hit every one and I went to get another one and it said, "You have reached your limit." I was like, good, because tomorrow is the 1st. And so
I literally at the dining room table was like, I got to download on Hoopla.
I did too. Hilarious. I was like, what am I doing? I download all these Fantastic Four books. So I downloaded those and I've been reading a lot of those. So we did go to the movies. And we saw Wicked.
Yeah, you did.
And we will not talk about that currently. We will talk about that next week. Hannah and I will review
We bought
Wicked.
tickets. We're going to see it at 10:15 on Saturday.
All right.
In the morning, 10:15 a.m.
Which means she'll be done by 4 o'clock in the afternoon that day.
Well, good, because we have to get to Mass at 4:30.
All right. Well, good. You have just a little bit of time.
We'll just squeak on and sit in the back.
Hilarious. So, yeah. I have a lot to say about it. Anywho.
I'm excited because Dad has an interesting perspective on a couple of accounts. I read this book when I probably shouldn't have read this book.
I didn't even know it was a book.
Got in trouble for reading the book.
Oh.
After I had read the part that I should have gotten in trouble for.
I don't even know what that part would have been.
For those who've read the book, they know.
Well, this is only part 1.
And so I
Mir
read the
didn't
book.
know. Corey's like, it said part 1 when the movie started.
Me and Trevin, when we walked into Dune, we're like, did that just say part 1?
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm sorry to say. Even though Christopher Nolan swears up and down he thinks Dune Part 2 is one of the best movies ever made, I just can't agree with it.
Didn't do anything? Didn't do much for you?
No.
I need to rewatch it. I've watched Dune Part 1 probably 100 different times.
Ditto. And I've only watched 2 once.
I've only watched 2 once in the theaters.
Yeah, so I need to watch it again. Yeah. Anyway,
so we'll talk about this then. But you have a couple unique perspectives, and then I have a completely different perspective.
Right. We'll talk about it then.
Perfect. Football.
What about football?
I watched so much football.
Oh, we did too. Yeah. And that great Christmas movie that we watch every Thanksgiving. Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Dead at you. Trevin made us watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but I decided to take a nap and cross stitch instead.
I know people love that movie.
I need you to know that I'm sitting here watching it. I'm like, I think I know why I can't watch this. And Trevin went, why? That's hysterical. I'm like, it's because of I literally went, my dad.
Why? Why did your dad do?
I can't watch movies like that because I get so cringe and anxious and angry at them. Yeah, and it's because you get so cringe and angry and anxious at them.
I can't do it.
I was like, my dad.
It was part of my issue with Wicked.
Fockers. Really?
Mm-hmm.
What about it?
Just because of the way they treat Elphaba.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk about that later.
What is this feeling? So sudden and new.
I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got.
It's loathing.
Oh, yes. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Okay, what do you got?
Okay.
What's next?
Your pull list.
Oh, okay. My pull list.
What do you got? What's next? My note page is a bleh.
It doesn't matter. Just do blah.
Dad is going to share with us his pull list. For those of you who don't know what a pull list is, it is a list of comics that you give the proprietor of your local comic book shop. And what they will do is they will pull from their inventory. See, got it? Your list that you're collecting. That way, when you go in to pick them up on New Comic Book Day, which is Wednesday, if you were curious, you can procure first editions, of the books you were collecting. And so Dad is going to share with us 5 books. He's going to share with us a Marvel book, a DC book, an independent book, as well as a new number 1. So if you're interested in starting collecting comic books, you can go into your local comic book store, start collecting this first book and read a full story from there. Or, and a book of the week, which is his most favoriteest book that he has pulled this week. Dad.
Book of the week.
Book of the week. It's the book of the week.
So my first book will be a Marvel, and it is Ultimate Spider-Man number 11. So I'm really thinning out my books. I'm trying to get rid of some of them that instead of just getting them just because I've been getting them. So it's been hard to procure a really good book in each place.
Do we need to change?
I don't know. We might think about that.
Okay,
but right now I'm going to go.
I would like to keep a book of the week and a new number 1, but other than that,
absolutely.
Other than that,
anyway, Ultimate Spider-Man number 11 is still following the Ultimate Universe, which is I love this because I love the writer. This is that Jonathan Hickman, the guy who wrote the ones that I'm reading right now, binging on.
Jonathan Hickman,
the Fantastic Four books. Excuse me. And it just follows them. Spider-Man gets his butt sort of whooped, and in the background, the new Sinister Six is being created. Yeah, he goes in, and Mary Jane's like, "Where you been? What are you doing?" He looks all beat up. She's like, "You got to be, honest with me and tell me what's going on, and do I need to be worried?" And he's like, "Well, I'll let you know if you need to be worried." And he has a talk with Uncle Ben, and they come to find out that like 7 people, he knows who he was. "I know you're Spider-Man. I'm not dumb. I can figure that out." And he's like, "Are you happy with the way things are right now? Just make sure you're happy with that." And he goes, "I don't know if I am." And he goes, "Well, you need to make sure to take care of that." So this is still enjoying this book, and I'd be interested to see where it goes. P.S. I did not get my books last week because I wasn't in town.
Because you weren't in town.
So this is 2 weeks ago.
Okay, love.
So next week I'll have 2 weeks to pull from.
Perf.
So
and then we're only going to probably do 2 podcasts. We'll do
probably just this one and next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 17th?
Break. No.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
we'll see.
not. Okay, sick.
We don't know. Maybe. My DC book is a new number 1 as well.
Hey.
So you could start picking it up if you want to. It's called The Question, All Along the Watchtower.
Okay.
So The Question is like a detective, and it was I just threw it.
Uh-oh.
And it's always been right now it is hold on. I'm pulling it up here.
The Question.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? It's a Taylor Swift song. You're welcome.
So I believe this character was in the what's the Birds of Prey movie? Oh, it was called Birds of Prey. Right?
Yes.
Did you see that movie?
Yes, I really like that. The Emancipation of Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of Glorious Emancipation of Harley Quinn or something like that.
Yeah, so
I liked it.
Name? Renee Montoya, was she in that character?
I don't know.
She used to be chief of police or commissioner or something like that in Gotham, but she's not anymore. So basically what's happened is...
she was in it.
Okay, there's now a new Justice League watchtower up in space, and weird things are happening, and the Trinity have asked Detective Montoya to sort of be their space sheriff.
Sick.
Up in this, and to keep things with the help of the 2 Blue Beetles and a group of people called the Challengers of the Unknown. And one of the Challengers of the Unknown is murdered on the Watchtower, and now she has to figure it out. She has a shotgun that sends people directly to the Phantom Zone.
Woo!
I know. Okay. It's good. I don't know if I'll keep getting it or not, but I got it simply for the All Along the Watchtower, which I know Bob Dylan's created, but I just like the Jimi Hendrix version. So my independent is from Boom Studios.
Hey!
And I think I've mentioned this independent a couple times. This is Minor Arcane Issue 3. This is about the young girl who goes back to her home to take over her because her mom's dying, and her mom is the town psychic.
Yes.
So this book is really good. It's really getting good. And this girl has some type of ability, and it's we're getting more of her emotion, and as she finally fesses up and goes back and tells the little lady that she did get a message from her dead husband. And she's like, well, what did he say? And she says, let's see. She says, he said that it's all he said. He said he's going to wait for you there. He said to tell you he's still there and he's going to wait for you there. That's it. That's all he said. I'm sorry I didn't tell you yesterday. And then the next panel is, I'll show you. As the little lady just reaches out and hugs her. So I don't know what's going to happen, but the guy who does this, Jeff Lemire, is the same guy who did Sweet Tooth. And
it does seem like a similar art style now that you've said that.
And he's got this planned out for a while. So this is like his first ongoing comic book since Sweet Tooth. So
we need to tell Trevin about it then.
Yeah, this is issue 3. It's a pretty good book. Okay, so my new number 1 is Rocket Fellars. Like Rockefellers, but Rocket Fellars.
By Image?
Yeah, uh-huh. The imprint is Ghost Machine. It's the people who do Geiger.
Okay, yeah.
Hyde Street, I've talked about that. Red Coat, I've talked about that.
So it's dark.
No. And Hyde Street is. And the Junkyard Joe, it's in that same universe. This is not dark. This is a family from the future who are escaping into the past. It's sort of like Phil of the Future.
I was going to say, it's giving Phil of the Future, Dad.
I know. And they escape back into the past, and we're going to get along the way with what they're doing and why they had to do it and who's chasing them. And it's a dad, a wife, a daughter, son, and grandpa. And the grandma doesn't make it. And the escaping into the past. And they got a dog. It's part dog, part robot.
Classic. K9, if you will.
I'm like, yeah, it looks more like a dog than K9 doesn't look like a dog. But it seems fun and interesting, and it's I'm hoping it turns out to be like a sort of a Fantastic Four type feel. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for a more family feel from it because it is a family and how their interactions. So this is just issue 1, but I think it's going to be a big hit, and people should jump on and start.
Okay, love. That's so fun. Rocket, I get it.
Rocket Fellars. Yeah.
That's funny.
It is funny. And of course they've got all this stuff from the future. They know how to do all this crazy stuff. And like they have like a grill out at their house, and the sun does something that blows all the water out of the pool and shoots people up into the air. And they're like, you can't be doing sci-fi stuff from 300,000 years from now and whatever, that kind of stuff.
That's so
it looks
funny.
fun. Yeah. All right. So my book of the week.
It's giving Phil of the Future.
A little bit. Yeah.
Book of the week.
Wait a minute.
Book of
Is
the
that
week.
the one with the principal as the caveman?
Phil of the Future.
Wasn't the principal the same? A caveman also played 2 parts in that?
Phil of the Future. Never knew that history was where he would land. Phil.
All right. Anyway.
Phil of the Future. He's a 22nd century man.
Okay, quit.
You're welcome.
Can I do my book of the week now?
It is. Yes, it is.
All right, good. That's what I thought. So my book of the week is Wonder Woman issue 16.
Woo!
15.
Wait,
Wonder
which
Woman
one?
15. So she has the new baby now, right? Because she made the baby in the last issue.
How's that going?
And she's singing to it. 5 little princes jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped her head. Mommy called the goddess, and the goddess said, no more princesses jumping on the bed. And then what happens is throughout this book, all of the Wonder Women
Oh no.
team are striking at the Sovereign, which is the old guy who's trying to run the whole entire world that got the Wonder Woman kicked out of America or whatever. They're striking at their, basically their pocketbook. So like the first one shows, who's this? Kara? No, I don't know who this one is. Anyway, shows one of the Wonder Women blows up where, they're like, oh no, we don't keep all of our money. We keep a lot of money out just floating in on a ship to keep it away from someone. It's constantly moving so that it can't be taken. And she blows up the ship. It's like kaboom. And then she calls back in and she said, and her little code word is, oh yeah, hey, this is the first princess. And, I know, I bumped my head. And that's so every time they blow something up or they destroy something, that's their code word. And then Wonder Woman sings the song again to the little girl. 4 little princesses jumping on the bed. And then the next one is
all of the stuff.
Yara, who I love, was the Wonder Woman that I loved, the new Wonder Woman back in the
Yeah,
whatever it was called. And she robs a bank and gets rid of destroys all of their money in the bank. And she's like, hello there. This princess has hit her head. Mostly. I'm almost done. Give me just 2 more minutes. And then she beats the snot out of some other people. And then it goes to the next one.
So they're robbing. They're robbing.
They're taking all of their money out. The next one's Donna Troy. And she destroys Solomon Grundy and takes this jewel from him or whatever. And then it was I bumped my head, and it was 2 little princesses. And then the next person is someone that has access to all their computers, and it's Cheetah, who was a villainess.
Man.
But
Yeah.
she's good.
Oh,
she's
okay.
good. She's good now. And then she's like, she goes, this is the 4th princess, and I have bumped my furry little head very pleasantly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cheetah.
And then the last one. So that's what happens. But it doesn't show what the last princess does. Yeah, is that right? It says
I wonder if she was successful.
one little princess jumping on the bed, and then she's holding the baby. So there you go. I can't wait to see where this goes.
That's so cool. I love that you're enjoying it.
I do.
Wonder Woman comics can be very good.
Tom King, he's writing the new Green Lantern TV show.
Well, I hope it's good.
It's the same dude that wrote Wonder Woman Woman of Tomorrow. No, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Then it's going to be great.
Yep. Okay, so that is it. Hannah and I now, this is the most important part of the show.
Yes.
And
the most important part.
Yeah, so we are going to discuss 5 must-watch movies, Christmas movies.
Yes.
And I have a feeling that at least 3 of ours are the same.
I have a feeling maybe more than that.
Okay. So I'm going to go with the one that I did not choose it because it's not my favorite.
But it's a must watch.
It is a must watch.
Okay, love.
And this one is not going to be on your list. I didn't even think about it until you said it.
Okay.
And people can hate me for it or whatever, but Die Hard.
Yeah.
Now, people say it's, they can discuss whether or not it is a Christmas movie or not. I don't care.
How would you define a Christmas movie?
You just said it has to take place and centers around Christmas. This is not center around Christmas. So I don't know if it should be included. But, and when they interviewed at some type of thing, Bruce Willis said, is it a action movie? Is it a Christmas movie? And he said, it's a Bruce Willis movie.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Well,
even Die Hard 2 takes place during Christmas.
So my brother-in-law thinks that Christmas movies should be about Christmas. They should be Christmas movies.
Okay. If it's...
And so a joke that they played on him is my sister-in-law bought my husband and someone else, one of their other brothers, I can't remember, Christmas sweaters that had quotes from movies that were not Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I've seen
Trevin
those.
had a You're Killing Me Smalls Christmas
That's
sweater.
funny. That's great. Yeah, that's funny.
And things like that. Which I think we can all agree
So
that
can I
Sandlot.
not-
I think Die Hard counts.
You do?
We make our own rules. Die Hard counts.
I know, but it is a must watch every
You have to
Christmas
watch it.
season. But I don't watch it Christmas. I watch it over Thanksgiving.
But is that because it's a Thanksgiving movie or because that's just when our family is together? Because we also do Christmas the Friday after Thanksgiving,
Correct.
which is typically when you watch it.
Which is when we watched it. We watched it Friday night after we did Christmas.
After you did Christmas. Christmas movie.
All right. Yeah, that's a must watch because, we, especially Tyler and Miriam, they're like, we got to watch it. Although I think they might have snoozed a little bit. I know I did.
I always snooze when that movie
It's
comes
so
on.
late.
I fall asleep.
You got to wait for the little kiddies to go to bed because they do say some bad words in it.
They say quite a few bad words in it.
A lot.
I would say a lot, all of them. All
Yeah.
of the bad words. Okay, so Dad says Die Hard.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
say... Okay, I'm going to say one that maybe you don't have on your list.
Okay, do it.
Klaus.
You're right. I do not.
Klaus is a must-watch for me.
It's an animated film. It's really good. I watched it for the first time last year. Very, very good.
Klaus is
movie.
a must-watch every Christmas kind of film. It is a newer. It's
Isn't
not
that the one where
it's
he's
not
like works in
super
a
new.
mail
Yeah, he
place?
works in a mail place. It's not super new because Norm Macdonald is in it and he's passed away. He's been deceased
Yeah,
for
probably 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years. So it's not super, super new.
I didn't know he was in it. Who's he?
He's the boat driver.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the boat driver, which might be part of the reason why my husband loves this movie so
Yeah, that's funny. Turd Ferguson. Anyway.
But it is a story about why we write Christmas letters.
Yeah.
And yeah, a story about the origin of writing letters to Santa
Cool.
is what Klaus is about. For those
It's a
of you who
great
haven't
movie.
watched it.
100%.
It's excellent. I cry every time. Trevin sometimes likes to put movies on while he's driving in the car on his phone.
Oh, that's safe.
And when I'm with him. And so I'll watch a movie and he'll like listen while we drive.
All right.
And he went and put Klaus on and I said, no, this is we're sitting on the couch next to each other.
Gotcha.
Like must watch.
Turn it
Christmas
off.
film. I said, pick something else.
There you go.
And so we watched Polar Express instead.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
your turn.
Okay. I'm going to jump right in. I want to leave those last three. Must watch at Christmas time. I have 3 that are definitely must watches.
Okay, lay them.
But you know what they are because they're the same for you too.
White Christmas,
White Christmas, bam,
The Holiday,
bam.
and Elf.
No,
Okay.
that is not one of mine.
Okay, what?
But I was going to say The Last Holiday.
I see. I had The Last Holiday down, but I cannot watch that at Christmas and be happy
Oh, why?
because
It's
it's
a happy
not-
ending.
It's not. No, I think it's a beautiful movie, but I'm not like I have to watch Elf.
Okay, I get it. So, and here's the deal. With The Holiday and The Last Holiday, they both encompass Christmas but end on New Year's.
Yeah.
So does that count as a Christmas
Yeah, it
movie?
does.
See, that's a struggle for me. So those 3 movies, including White Christmas, have a lot of nostalgia for us. We watch White Christmas while we put up the Christmas tree. And your mom goes, yeah, you watched it I didn't get to watch it with you. I said, I watched it twice. She goes, it took two times
took 3
to get the lights on the tree. I said, 2 full times, 100%. To put lights on the tree.
I think I remember you saying I've watched White Christmas 3 times.
I may have watched it 3 times. So yeah, that's a movie that I watch, and I do like you do though. Like I put the headphones in, I work on the Christmas tree, and then I have headphones in, so your mom is listening to something else. She can't hear the movie being played, and then all of a sudden I'm going, sisters, sisters, never were there such devoted sisters.
Bing Crosby and him had so much fun
Yeah, that was great.
dancing
I
to
love
that.
Danny
You can't
Kaye.
convince me that that Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye did not have the most fun in the world.
So and then we watched The Holiday
Yes.
on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
So you might miss that this year.
Oh, no, we'll be watching it in the car.
Okay, good.
And by
So
we, I
watched-
mean I.
Gotcha. So we'll watch The Holiday on Christmas Eve. And I thought that was fun because, was it 2 years ago when Nate turned 21 and I stopped and
3.
we had the Manischewitz? That was fun.
That was really cute. It was 2021
That was
when you
nasty.
did it.
Sorry, that was so
No, I
sweet.
really liked it. It was sweet red wine. Give me all of the Manischewitz.
Terrible.
There's a line in it where
He says,
where Jack
"Nope."
Black says, "Nope, none for me. I've had too much.
Too much of the Manischewitz.
Too much of the Manischewitz."
Because they have a
And then
Hanukkah
They had a
dinner.
Hanukkah party. And so they Dad paused the movie and he went out and brought in cups and a bottle of sweet red wine. And we
Manischewitz.
all cheers to Nathan because it was the first year that he
was 21. Yeah.
And so we cheers with Manischewitz.
That was fun.
It's his birthday. My little brother's birthday is 10
December
days.
15th. Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's coming up quick.
Yeah.
So, so that, and then the last holiday, I don't know how, but I want to watch it every year.
Yeah. I would say that it's one of my favorites, but it's not a must watch.
A must see, a must watch.
Yeah. It's one that I maybe enjoy more. I
So,
enjoy watching it more than I
1,
enjoy
2,
watching
3,
Elf.
4. My other must watch, it was hard. Like there's so many to narrow it down to 5.
Yeah.
Must watch is National Lampoon's Vacation, Christmas Vacation.
I wondered if that was going to be on your must watch list.
Have to watch that movie. Have to. Gosh, that movie's awesome. Yes. Yep. So, and then I've got others that I love to watch, but
Yeah.
those are my 5 must watch. So what else do you got, Hannah? I know
so
I know 2 of your
Holiday,
3.
White Christmas,
You said Elf.
Klaus and Elf.
Okay.
I would say
Why Elf?
Elf, I think is
And that's what your
just-
mom said. Your mom said Elf.
I just think like Elf came out when I was
We saw that in the theater.
Yeah,
and we went,
young
and when
enough
we
that-
came out, it was snowing.
yeah. So it feels like quintessential Christmas.
Gotcha.
It's quotable, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like an instant classic in my childhood. We had the DVD and we'd watch it every year. Like
You're my dad, and I'm singing.
we've watched it already.
Have you?
Yeah. Because it's a must watch. I would argue that another of my must watches is
Okay, this is it. Or do you got 2 more?
I have one in an honorable mention.
Oh, well, you didn't say you have an honorable mention.
Well,
And
I'm going to explain why I have an honorable
I got
mention
2
in a
honorable
minute.
mentions then.
I'm going to explain why.
Well, you can tell me no. I'm the dad of this show.
I'm the
Big
daughter of this
Pops.
show.
Yeah, whatever. Go on.
I'm the Big Pops, he says.
Go.
A claymation movie. Depending on like what
Okay.
strikes your fancy at that moment.
I don't count those. You can have
That's
as many
not
of
a
those as you
Christmas.
want.
You really
I think you can. I don't think you could, because listen, Heat Miser, the Year Without a Santa Claus,
literally have written down A Year Without a Santa Claus / Santa Claus
Rudolph
is
the
Coming to
Red-Nosed
Town.
Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Those don't count.
All of them. You can watch those. Those are added in. Those are, you know how like when you go to play Wheel of Fortune and they let you have 5 letters and a vowel? This is what that is.
This is okay.
Yes. Those are and Charlie Brown Christmas. Those are all included.
Those are just included.
Those are
I was going to
included.
say because a claymation has to be there.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm talking about
A
feature
claymation
film.
movie has to be there.
But they're not really movies. They're like an hour long.
It's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 30,
so
45
it's
minutes.
for
So it doesn't
TV.
count?
It's for TV.
Doesn't count?
No, you can have
Okay.
those. Those
Okay.
are considered gimmies.
Okay.
Anybody that doesn't have those on their must-watch lists are on the naughty list.
Okay, then I'm stuck for myself between 2.
All right, go ahead. And I'm stuck between 2 as well.
Well, I think if you ask me this question in 5 years, my answer will be different.
Yeah, they may
because
change.
I will have been a married
I know.
lady
You
for
wanted
much
to watch
longer.
Spirited. You want to watch that Spirited movie, whatever.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you do. I know. I can tell it. I can see it in your eyes.
I don't
Well, then
want to
what
watch
is it?
that. I think that give me 5-10 years, George
want
C.
Castle
Scott's
for
A
Christmas.
Christmas Carol is going to be
Oh,
on
that's because Trevin likes it.
But that's because My
Yeah.
Dear Sweet Husband
Yeah.
is that's a must watch for him. And if it's a
Gotcha.
must watch for him, I'm watching it.
Yeah, you want Christmas, a castle for Christmas.
No, absolutely not. So I'm thinking that that was going to be my honorable mention. My honorable mention was going to be my husband's favorite movie.
All right.
I think for me, must watch would be either The Last Holiday with Queen Latifah or the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Okay, Jim Carrey Grinch is good. I used to not like it.
Martha May Whovier has the best lights.
I love it now. Yes, it was on today.
Betty! Hi!
Bless his heart. Yes.
Martha May Whovier has the best lights.
Well, if I had to choose a couple that I
would say
I wanted to be on there, but didn't really make it, was
Polar Express
and Miracle on 34th Street.
Miracle on 34th Street is one of my mom's favorites.
It's great.
She loves it.
It was on yesterday. Do you know how many people at work had never seen it?
Trevin had never seen it.
I was like, you got to be kidding me. With the little Matilda, the little girl from Mrs. Doubtfire.
She's too cute. She was too cute.
We're saying that. The girl's probably 40 by now.
Well, she was cute. I mean,
it was 1994 was when that was made, so 30 years ago.
So yeah, that one's like,
So
okay,
she's
ones
probably
that feel
40,
like my
36,
childhood.
37. Yeah.
The Santa Claus movies. We watched all of those in theaters. I remember going to watch them.
Watch the second one in the theater. It was hilarious.
The third one we watched in the theater. We watched them in the theaters.
I know it's corny, but
it's just
I love
they're
it.
so
Martin
good. We watched
Short
them on
as Jack
Thanksgiving
Frost.
Day.
I know. Yep.
And if we'd leave Aunt May's house and we'd drive down to the movie theater by the interstate.
Wilder. Yep.
And we'd watch them there.
Shout out to Aunt May.
Shout out to Aunt May. The Santa Claus feels like my childhood. Elf.
You already said that.
Feels like I know. Home Alone, the third one.
Okay, listen. I love the third Home Alone.
The third Home Alone is just so good.
Why does it? Everybody will go, I love Home Alone. I'm like, yeah, but I like the third one.
The third
best.
one.
And they're like, what? That doesn't even have the same kid.
It's so
I said,
good.
no, but it's got the little old lady and he's got the remote control car.
And he goes and he's like, we need to warm you up, lady.
Yes.
And it's so cute.
I love the third Home Alone. I thank you, Hannah. We need to make a third Home Alone fan club. Home Alone 3 fan club.
Because Trevin and I were talking and I was like, he was like, have you seen Home Alone 2? I'm like, no, but Home Alone 3 is the best one. And he went, there's a third Home Alone? And I went, Home Alone 3 is the best.
It's a different kid. It's a different kid.
And I showed him a picture of the Home Alone 3 and he looks like Dennis the Menace with this little smirk.
He does look like Dennis the Menace. I totally get that. Matter of fact, I was like, he might be Dennis the Menace. He wasn't. It was a different kid. It was Dennis the Menace.
So cute.
Yeah.
Is it a Christmas movie? Is Home Alone 3 a Christmas movie?
It's in the winter because she's freezing, but I don't know if it's a Christmas movie. I imagine.
I think he's home alone because he's sick. And his mom, because I remember him calling his mom on her car phone.
I don't remember that. I just remember going, I think I like this one better.
We watched Home Alone. And I need you to know that it was a problem because I didn't realize that the bad guy was the police officer until maybe 3 years ago.
Joe Pesci?
I didn't realize the bad guy was
That's terrible because he believes he's got the tooth.
He's got the tooth. But in my head, I was like, man, that police officer is just really doing his due diligence.
And Daniel Stern, his partner, is hilarious.
Oh, man.
I love him in the Rookie of the Year. Rowan Gardner.
Okay, so you have on your list Die Hard, The Last Holiday, National Lampoon's Vacation. Together, we both selected The Holiday and White Christmas.
Correct.
On my list, I have Holiday, White Christmas, Klaus, Elf, Jim Carrey, Grinch.
Okay, there you go. There you go, people. And then we gave you plenty of other ones to choose from along the way.
Yes.
So I would suggest you watch them all.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about the, how's it go? Christmas is all around me.
Oh, Love Actually.
All the season goes. So if you love Christmas.
If you feel like Christmas. I feel it in my fingers. In my fingers.
I feel it in my toes.
Feel it in my toes.
Love is all. bleep, bleep, bleep. Nope.
I did it again, didn't I?
That is not a movie to watch with the kids on. Not a movie to have on with the kids around.
And they tell you immediately. You don't have to guess about it a second. You immediately turn that movie on and you're like, oh, this is for grown-ups.
Yeah, but it really gets for grown-ups when you get to where Martin Freeman is his scene.
Aww.
That's so. It's so. Wrong
It's the most.
And
It's but it's
so
but it's the
sweet.
most wholesome story.
Isn't that crazy that that's the most wholesome story?
It's the most wholesome story, and they're so awkward, and they're just cute, but it's gross.
Yeah,
The
Anywho,
worst. Can I tell you the worst story of that first?
Yes, I know. It's the guy who gets killed in Die Hard.
Snape.
And but
Emma Thompson. He did her dirty.
I think though that
Alan Rickman.
I understand that, but I think that there's a chance for healing there eventually. He realizes he screwed up, and anywho,
her crying, and listen, and that's while the song is playing in the background. I cry every time.
Oh, yeah.
Not a must watch. Love Actually's not a must watch.
It's not a must watch, but I'll watch it if it's on.
But if it's on TV,
yep,
I'll laugh at it.
Yeah, I will too. There you go.
Okay, let's end this.
Yeah, that's it. Hannah.
Friends, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. We had a great time today, if you were curious. Our music is made by Brockwell Nason. He released an album earlier last month. I would recommend checking it out. It's called Brockwell, and you can listen to it any place you stream music. My dear sweet brother, Nate Turner, created our art. Thanks for doing that for us, bud. He made it in Microsoft Paint. Multi-talented king. Thank you, bud. I edit and upload our podcast. Dad maintains our YouTube page, and we are thankful to have you here.
That's right. And next week, we are going to talk about Wicked.
All things Wicked.
And
no one minds the Wicked.
Okay. Anywho, I've only seen half. Until then, we will
catch you on the flippity flop.
Bye, guys.